live. Okay. I'll call our meeting to order. Will we all rise for the flag salute in the back of the room?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And could we all remain standing for a moment of silence for all those in harm's way and all of our military at home and abroad? We could all sit. We hear the echo.
I think, yeah, it's from the sound.
Okay. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey have been satisfied by the inclusion of the date, time, and place of this meeting in the notice of regular meetings adopted by this board on January 6, 2025. Such schedule and notice of meetings is posted in the municipal building, the Mount Olive Library, the Board of Education offices, and the 6 schools. Was submitted to the Daily Record for publication on January 7th, 2025, and was filed with the clerk of Mount Olive Township on January 8th, 2025. I direct that this announcement be entered into the minutes of this meeting. And we'll take a roll call, please.
Mrs. Aquino?
Here.
Mrs. Fenton?
Here.
Mrs. Figuera?
Here.
Mrs. Fitzgerald?
Here.
Dr. Giordano?
Here.
Mrs. Melendez? Mrs. Narcisse?
Here.
Mrs. O'Neill? Mr. Orzillo?
Here.
And with that, we're going to have a change of order. We're going to move our superintendent's report to prior to our approval of minutes. So you're off, Dr. Bangia.
Good evening. I'm so excited about tonight's presentation. Tonight we're going to be honoring our fantastic athletes from the fall season. And at this time, I'm going to be inviting Miss Katie Rubright, who works in our athletic department. Thank you so much for all her hard work. She is at every single event, day and night. I think you live at the stadium, do you?
No, not really. Well, sometimes.
Well, it feels like that.
It does feel like that, you're right. Well, thank you, Dr. Banji and the board, for taking the time to recognize our student athletes this evening and their accomplishments that they've had this season. Dr. Banji said, I'm Katie Rubright. I'm Colleen's assistant. She unfortunately sends her regrets. She is at the National Athletic Directors Convention. I won't tell you where she is. It's in a warm place, however. But before we recognize our athletes tonight, I really would like to give a special thank you to our transportation department. I know how many trips that we have going out on a daily basis just for athletics, and they have an entire district that they have to deal with. And I work with them every single day, and I don't know how they do it, but they do find a way to get our athletes where they need to go to and from safely. So I just want to say thank you to the ladies in the office and all of our transportation drivers as well. Our fall season was very successful, from football advancing to the state sectional semifinals to athletes in cross country making their best personal times, to our boys soccer team playing in the state sectional finals. I would like to congratulate all of our athletes and their coaches for a great season. We had 3 teams win their conference and section, and those athletes are the ones that we will recognize this evening. Girls volleyball has always been a force to be reckoned with, and this season was no exception. They moved to a higher division in the conference and finished their season as the NJAC American Division champions. For the first time in program history, our girls tennis team won their division, are the NJAC National Division champions. And finally, our gymnastics team continues to be a leader in the state, winning the league championships and the sectional championships. At this time, I'd like to call up Mike Radzinski, who is our girls tennis coach.
Good evening. Thanks for having us. This is a special event for us, especially the, should I turn the face this way or, all right. Especially for the girls tennis program. It's been my 7th season here in district as a tennis coach, and this is my 5th year as a teacher, so it's been a great journey. The girls that are with us today, a few of them are underclassmen, but one of them is a senior captain. I'm very excited to just share these honors and communicate what we experienced this past season. So thank you, board members and Dr. Bangia, for having us. This year was historic. We finished the most wins in program history, an incredible 13-6 record, and for the first time ever, we were division champions with a 9-3 record. In the county tournament, we finished 9th out of 23 teams, our best result ever. Our senior captain, Pratisha Panda, led the way this season with an undefeated record in conference play, 16-3 overall, and was named first team all-conference. Freshman sensation Anya Chetri was named to the second team all-conference after having an overall record of 14-5. Our dynamic duo, first doubles, Bhavana Shadalavada and Sobia Yasar, also earned second team all-conference accolades with a record of 9-3. Our second doubles team of Kate Venus and Addison Barquetto also experienced a positive season and contributed some key wins for the team when we needed it most. They finished with an 8-8 overall record. Our first singles player, Catherine Hu, has to play the toughest girls in Morris County. She had the highest win total of any at this position since I've been coaching here with 7 wins. Congrats to all the girls who made this season so memorable. With that being said, I'd like to just call them up and hand them the certificate. So first up, I'd like to start off with our senior captain, Pratisha Panda. Next, I'd like to bring up Catherine Hu, a junior on our program. Next up, another junior, Katie Venus. Another junior, Addison Barquetto. Next up, another junior, Bhavana Shadalavada. And the last girl that was able to make it here tonight on short notice is Anya Chetri. And with that, I'd like to bring up also congratulations to the other programs that are here tonight and the coaches. And with that, I'm going to bring up Rebecca Neidhart.
I'm a little shorter than he is. Good evening, and once again, I'm excited to be here to share our success of this past season. Thank you to the Board of Education for recognizing our sports teams, and most especially the women in sports, and the success that our programs have had this year. Our gymnastics team had concluded this past year with a 4-peat season. 4 was our buzz kind of word this year. Many programs don't get to experience what we've experienced in a single year, and our seniors this year have been able to do it for the past 4 years. We are 4th consecutive undefeated season, our 4th consecutive league championship in a row, and have also qualified from sectionals into states for the past 4 years. So that is pretty impressive that this senior group that we've had, that unfortunately we are kind of sending on to their next path and their next journey, have started a great history for Mount Olive Gymnastics. Their success is a result of the teamwork and the commitment and strong connections that all of our athletes do have here at Mount Olive. They do embrace the team first model, and they dominated once again with yet another school record this year with a team score of a 112.975 at this year's league championship. I also would like to extend a sincere thank you to Colleen and Katie for their support this season. Thank you, Katie. She's here with us today. Katie is our go-to woman with transportation, certificates, paying judges, and everything else in between. As we kind of said at the beginning, she is always there for us. This particular year, Colleen was able to get us an announcer for our senior meet, which was a really cool experience, and made it something for them to kind of truly cherish, and something unique that gymnastics doesn't normally get. And we had an announcer that announced our event. It was a learning experience, but also very kind of cool. As we completed our 9th year of this program, our athletes continue to make our presence known athletically and academically, so we're very proud of their achievements. Unfortunately, Jen Hamilton, my assistant coach, is sick and not able to be here, along with some of our other athletes, and many of them are also still at practice continuing to do gymnastics in their off high school season. But I would like to recognize each of them and then call up the girls that are here. So some of the athletes on our team, we had our senior Megan Rodas, who is a captain, a 4-year varsity award winner. She is an all-around athlete for us, an individual state qualifier, recognized by the league first team vault, recognized by the state second team, and placed 7th as an individual in states on vault. She currently has tied our school record for vault with a 9.6. And Megan actually is here today, so come on up, Megan. Here you go. I'd like to also recognize Kelly Hines, who's a senior, who earned our 3rd year varsity award, and she was a floor specialist for us this year. Amy Rubenstein, who is a senior, our captain, 4-year varsity award, all-around athlete, individual state qualifier, recognized by the league first team all-around, recognized by the state second team all-state, and placed 8th in the state individually all-around. We also have Chloe Duteau, who's a junior, 3rd year varsity award winner. She was recognized by the league first team on beam. Carly Farrick, who is a junior, 3rd year varsity award winner, our bar specialist this year, and recognized by the league second team on bars. We have Ella Friedman, who is a 1st year varsity award winner as a vault and floor specialist. Kelsey Colwell, who's a junior, 3rd year varsity award, our beam and bars specialist, and given honorable mention, recognized by our league. Avery Schroeder, who's a sophomore, 2nd year varsity award winner, all-around gymnast and individual state qualifier, recognized by our league, first team all-around, by our state, second team all-state, and currently holds 3 new school records on beam, floor, and all-around. So I can't wait to see what she has for us in our future. Up next, we have Jasmine Tognall, who's a sophomore, 2nd year varsity award winner, vault specialist, and given honorable mention as the league, and she is here with us today. So Jasmine. And I'd also like to recognize Charlotte Leonard, who is a sophomore, 2nd year varsity award winner, all-around gymnast, individual state qualifier, recognized by the league first team all-around and 3rd team all-state. And last but not least, we had one freshman, Selena Hanna, who earned her varsity award. So every athlete in our program this year earned their varsity award, which was an amazing feat for any program. But we were really excited about the talent that we had. You can see the recognition that they were made by the league and state, and we want to thank the Board of Ed for continuing to let us have this program. They've started 9 years ago, and they've definitely made an impact on our town. So congratulations to the girls. And up next, I'd like to recognize Tom Reska.
Good evening. I'm Tom Reska. I coach the girls volleyball team along with Lee Clowers. Thanks again for taking the time today to recognize the girls and the amazing season that they have. Thanks again to Katie and Colleen for all the work they do. Katie, getting those buses there on time is never easy, and it's always an adventure. So it's definitely not easy to do. So thank you again. Like Katie said before, we are back-to-back. We won the title last year, and we won it again this year. This is actually our 8th title in program history, I believe, for conference championship. So we've been doing pretty good over the last couple of years. I can't complain at all. Yeah, just a bit. But it's all with the girls, really. So they've been great this year and all the other years.
Might have died.
Did it die?
But like I said, we've had a great season the last couple of years, and this year was no different. We had several award winners throughout the season, but I'm just going to call up the girls over here. Volleyball's still going on right now, so that's why a lot of the girls aren't here. They're playing their club teams. Another reason why we've been these girls play pretty much year-round. So some of the girls that showed up today that I would like to call up and recognize, we have one of our juniors who's probably one of the best athletes I've ever seen the last couple of years here, which she's a sophomore, she'll be a junior next year, Jasmine LaRoche. We have one of our senior captains, who's, as you can see there, is already smiling. She's all smiles all the time. We'll actually wind up leaving as one of the all-time dig leaders in program history for Mount Olive, Janessa Balthazar.
Broken arm.
And finally, we have our sophomore outside hitter, who last year as a freshman broke all kinds of records. This year as a sophomore also did. Ended the season with over 300 kills, all right? And on pace to probably break one of the all-time records for school history, Isabella Osaria. Good job, Isabella. I guess that's everybody. So again, thank you for all that you do for us. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any comments or questions from the board for our athletes? Anything?
I just want to congratulate everybody. I know you're probably not going to stay to the end of the meeting when the comments are there. So big congratulations to everybody who is here and who is not here, and to the staff and coaches, and like everybody who put this stuff together. Really makes a difference in children's lives for them to thrive and excel. And I always say I'm proud, but like really my heart is so big from seeing all these awards and celebrations. So thank you.
Anyone else? Mrs. Gerald?
Same thing, obviously. Thank you to all of the staff, all of the athletes. It's a ton of work, and really appreciate you. Also, thanks to your parents and your caregivers.
Yes.
It's a lot of driving. It's a lot of meets and competitions.
Yes.
I know, I've been there. So also thanks to the parents who make all of this possible, the caregivers who make all of that possible, because I know it's a lot.
It's easy to forget the parents
I'm
once
just
it's
saying.
over, because now I sit around instead of being a taxi.
The average parent gets thanked once every 20 days. Fun little fact. Average once every 20 days.
That's the marketing girl in her.
That's all I'm saying.
Anyone else? Can I just say I need a vocabulary lesson in volleyball?
know what any
Kill, digger.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm learning now.
Yeah. With that, I want to say congratulations to everybody. If we have Dr. Banchia?
Our student liaison is here if we want to do that.
Yeah. Hi, hon. So we're going to go on to our student liaison, and then we're going to go into confidential session so that everybody could go home and get warm. Okay? So come on up.
Everyone, so sorry I'm late. Oh, you're fine.
Oh, you're right on time.
I was too.
Don't you worry.
Okay. So we have a lot today, but I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. So for past events, on November 24th, we had Powder Puff, as you all know. The juniors did lose. It's okay. We're going to come back next year, going to come back strong, and the seniors won 36-0.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. We got this next year.
Okay.
I believe in us next year.
It wasn't even close.
No, it was not, no. The Row Kappa induction also happened on December 4th, and that was really nice. I was there. It was really beautiful. And Snowland happened on the 6th. It was very successful. All our students had a great time. And we had a Kona ice court for the first time, and they all seemed to really enjoy that. So we're going to try again for next year. We had our first LEGO League State Championship this weekend, and it was very successful. All the teams did amazing, and it was incredible to watch. Winter Band and the choral concert was on the 10th, and both went very well. The students did amazing, and the music was really beautiful. We have SBLA testing. We had that on December 2nd through the 4th, and we find out who wins and goes to regionals on the 17th. So the winners go to states in March, and it's in Atlantic City. So very exciting. Teacher of the Year and Educational Support Person of the Year were announced, which were Mrs. Livingston and Mr. Johnson, and we're very, very happy for them, very proud. And one of our multilingual students, Mariana Rueda, received an invitation to the Champions of Growth Gala and Award Ceremony, which is coordinated by the Morris County Hispanic American Chamber of Commerce. So we're very excited for her.
That's great.
And the Air Force Junior ROTC had a holiday party on the 12th. So for athletics, a lot happened this past week. Winter track and field did spectacularly at the Ocean Breeze in Staten Island on the 8th. Senior Cadence Rubright won the meet record at the 55-meter hurdles with a time of 7.73 seconds. I know. Senior Ryan Foley set a new meet record and school record for the 600-meter dash with a time of 1 minute and 22.56 seconds. So Cadence is now third in the state, and Ryan is second in the state for their respective events. Very proud of them. It's an amazing thing, really insane.
It really is.
Kendall Pizzaruso was named to the All-Morris County team, cross-country team. She was 7th at Morris County Championships, 6th at state sectionals, and qualified for group championships. So that is amazing. She is a freshman, I believe, and she did absolutely amazing this season. The Mount Olive wrestling team also competed at the Southern Regional Holiday Tournament, and it featured 8 top 20 ranked teams from across New Jersey. 4 wrestlers placed into finals. Colin Smythe finishing second place at 157 pounds. Justin Bullock also finishing second at 175 pounds. Nico Gonzalez also finishing second at 215 pounds. And Jared Martini at heavyweight, he captured first. Very proud of them, and they have their next home match against Pope John this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Boys basketball also had their first game on the 12th against Dover, which they won. And girls basketball has their first game this Tuesday. So we're very excited for them. And the Mount Olive hockey team had their first game on the 12th as well against Madison. So for upcoming events, ACT and SAT registration is still ongoing, and that ends on the 30th of January. The SAT is going to happen on March 18th, and the ACT is going to happen on March 11th. I actually have to register for that, but that's okay. Teacher recommendations are also happening right now for scheduling, and Spirit Week is ongoing. Tomorrow is Dress as Your Favorite Holiday Movie Character Day. The Winter Orchestra concert is on the 17th, and we have a pep rally on the 19th. So we're very excited. We're planning all of that right now. And the alumni panel, which we do every year, the seniors come back and talk to us about what their experience was like getting into college, applying for it, and that's going to be on January 6th. So I'm personally going to be attending. I've attended every year, and it's really amazing to see them all come back and share their experience. It's an amazing thing that the school puts on. And for a little bit of club information, mock trial's defense case is on January 13th, and the plaintiff case trial is on the 20th. And if they win, they will progress to the quarterfinal mock trial rounds on 28th. So crossing our fingers for them. And the High School Rock and Roll Academy has a concert in the PAC on January 30th. That is all for me, but as you can tell, we're very busy this month.
Yes.
Any questions or comments from the board? Did we all take all those notes down?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And with that, I will take a motion for us to go into confidential session.
So moved.
All right, we're, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're in confidential session. I call us back into session. Can we take a roll call, please?
Mrs. Aquino?
Here.
Mrs. Fenton?
Here.
Mrs. Figuera?
Here.
Mrs. Fitzgerald?
Here.
Dr. Giordano?
Here.
Mrs. Melendez?
Here.
Mrs. Narcisse?
Here.
Mrs. O'Neill? Mr. Orzillo?
Here.
Okay, with that, we're going to move on to the approval of the minutes, and I'm going to pick on Mr. Orzillo. Would you please make a motion for the approval of the minutes?
I'm sorry, what?
Sure, Ms. Fenton, you can.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes 2.1 to 2.2.
Second.
Okay, do we have any questions or comments from the board? Nope, seeing none, we'll take a roll call.
Mrs. Fenton?
Yes.
Mrs. Aquino?
Yes.
Mrs. Figuera?
Yes.
Mrs. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Dr. Giordano?
Yes.
Mrs. Melendez?
Abstain.
Mrs. Narcisse?
Yes.
Mr. Orzillo?
Yes.
And with that, do we have any communications or petitions for the board or Dr. Bangio? No. Anyone? Nope, seeing none, we will move on. We already did our student liaison report. Dr. Bangio, do you have anything in addition? Nope. All right, with that, we'll move on to our personnel committee report.
Thank you. All
And-
right, so
Yep, Ms. Fenton, you're up.
we met 12:09. All were present. We had an athletic physical update, which I think is going to excite a lot of the sports people. The committee reviewed the new arbiter athletic registration and medical clearance process. Parents will soon be sent the how-to graphic explaining the new online app-based software. The arbiter platform will replace the current paper-based process and will allow for convenient uploads from mobile devices, which I find very exciting. Our Jumbotron update, the committee heard from Dr. Bangia, thank you, regarding the Jumbotron scoreboard at the high school. The district has identified a successful candidate, soon to be approved by the board, and take on the media manager position for the district, another one. Responsibilities include serving as the district's main point of contact for display, screen operator, maintaining technical knowledge of the display, managing preloaded content, which is advertisements, student-created broadcasts, etc., and overseeing graphic shows during games. Human Resources has nominated the Mount Olive School District as top workplace in New Jersey for NewJersey.com. The top workplaces are determined by employee engagement surveys that is taken anonymously by all district staff members via their mobile devices. Once the results are tabulated in January, Top Workplace notifies applicants if they're in receipt of a designation or not. Being awarded the designation will further incentivize the employees to join the district. Frontline Human Resource Management System. The Human Resource Department was happy to report that the project timeline for the new HR management system software is ahead of schedule. Mount Olive holds a distinction of being the first school district in the state of New Jersey to operationalize Frontline's position control roster platform. Administration will begin their formal training in February. And then our district hire and vacancy updates. Currently, the district is looking to fill paraprofessionals and nursing opening district-wide this month. College students who are home on holiday break are encouraged to apply for substitute teaching positions. All openings are updated daily in AppleTrack, and interested applicants are encouraged to frequently visit the district's website in order to see open positions. And we talked a little bit about some confidential matters, and that's about it. It's all good news.
Any
Thank you.
questions or comments from the board? Anyone? No? Okay, seeing none, we will move to our Finance Committee and Ms. Fitzgerald.
Yes, the Finance and Operations Committee met December 9th. In attendance were myself, Dr. Bangia, Ms. Schoening, Ms. Figuera, and we had a guest of Ms. Fenton as well. We also had our architects, Greg Somjen and Josh Thompson, come to the meeting as well, and that is where we actually spent the majority of our time. We met with our architects to review the Mount Olive High School guidance project, reviewed all of the different floor plans, potential options, potential cost savings. That's an ongoing conversation, but a lot of really great options, and we're just trying to be smart with our budget and our dollars as we're looking at all of those. We also talked about our audit. As you know, I think we had talked about this. Our audit was due the 5th, but due to federal delays, I'm going to read this exactly because it's a money thing. So due to federal delays in the publication of the 2025 edition of Compliance Supplement Guidance for Auditors to conduct federal single audits, which is federal grants, there was discussion in New Jersey that districts would have to submit 2 audits, which is fun, one without the federal single audit and one with. This would actually greatly increase costs, and so a lot of the school districts were not in agreement with the unnecessary work and costs, us included. So as a result, the New Jersey Department of Education updated their guidance, which now allows us greater flexibility for the districts who are subject to a federal single audit. So all in all, we just don't have to pay twice, which is great. That's the sum of that. Tintz Road parking lot, we are looking for an engineer to do a study of the property to determine any water runoff issues. We want to make sure that those are not a problem. This is a project that's likely to be the 2026-2027 school year. In terms of the budget, our 26-27 budget, Ms. Schoening and Dr. Bangia have held preliminary and follow-up meetings with each school and department to establish the process and expectations for that. If you've never seen the budget process, there's like 8 billion steps that go into setting a district budget, and we have many more to go, but this was an important step as well. And then you already covered the Jumbotron, so I'm not going to do that. We also scanning documents, so a lot of the document work that we do is very much paper. It's printed. And so Ms. Schoening and Mr. Moore met virtually with the district copier and printer vendor to discuss digital scanning of documents. We're going to start with student records, personnel and business office vouchers, and the vendor's going to show off the software at the director's meeting on the 22nd. But we need to go digital. It's important. We have to still have paper, but digital is really important as well. Ms. Figueroa, do you remember how long we have to store those things? Do you remember that fun stat? Was it 100 years?
Yes.
100 years.
Minimum.
That's crazy.
So fun fact. Which is why obviously paper but digital are important. Modular needs, as you guys know, we are going to need to install temporary trailers at the middle school for the 26-27 school year. We looked at the location that is going to be and the one that is going to make the most sense. And so that will be coming soon as well. And then on just the grant updates, we did receive, I gotta scroll down to where it is. Which one did we receive, Ms. Schoening?
NJ
We
Cool.
received the NJ Cool grant.
NJ Cool grant. And then the one we did not was the safety grant, correct?
Yes, where
Security
that was a
lights.
$180,000 grant for the blue security lights that we wanted to display amongst the campus.
But what Ms. Schoening and Mr. Karifi are looking at are some other ways that we could potentially get a grant for a different type project that would be potentially covered under a grant. So no is not a no. There's still some other opportunities that they're exploring as well. And I think that will cover it. Any questions?
Any questions or comments from the board? How many hours did your meeting go?
It was not a record-setting meeting by any means. What were we at, 2 hours? 2 hours? That felt reasonable. It was definitely not a 3 or 4 hour meeting.
3 hours.
All right, fine. It was almost 3 hours.
Only
I
3.
don't know. Was it
No,
three?
it was.
3 hours. 2 hours?
2.
2.5.
It all blurs together. 2-ish. It felt very quick because it was so enjoyable.
Dr. Giordano, your thoughts on a 2-hour meeting?
There you go.
All right, with that, we'll move on to our curriculum and instruction committee report. That's Ms. Figueroa.
Thank you. Our agenda was chock full, so I have a lot of information to share. Please bear with me, but I feel it's important information. We did meet on December 8th in Dr. Bangia's office. All committee members were present, except for Mrs. McDermott. We did have some guests join us at the meeting, Mrs. Z and Mr. Feltman from the high school, Mrs. Wilkie, and Deb Huffman also were guests at our meeting. We started discussing the dual enrollment, which Dr. Regan shared with us with CCM. We also discussed the grading at our high school, and we discussed a 0 grade. Mrs. Z and Mr. Feltman provided an overview on grading procedures at the high school. They explained that a 0 is used as a placeholder for missing or incomplete assignments to encourage students to complete and submit the assignment. Once the assignment is completed, however, and turned in, it is reviewed and graded by the teacher and posted in the grade book. Teachers are asked by building administration to send home individual grade updates at the middle of each marking period. We also discussed program of studies, and Mr. Feltman reviewed course changes for next year. Changes included mostly course title changes to make more clear course progressions and pathways. Also, an explanation of the dual enrollment process and the expectation to expand opportunities with CCM next year was included in the summary. We also discussed attendance loss of credit. Mrs. Z and Mr. Feltman reviewed notification and program strategies to improve student attendance and recovery of missed classroom time. They reported that parent notifications are sent to parents through real time at the designated benchmark times outlined by the New Jersey Department of Education after 4 absences, 5 to 9 absences, and 10 absences when the NJDOE deems student truancy. Pragmatically, the high school is working on time recovery strategies for students to avoid failing a course. However, the absences must be reported and cannot be removed from the record per NJDOE requirements. Additional strategies to encourage students attending school are currently being explored. Another topic of discussion was the 2026-2027 school year planning for special education programming, student enrollment in special ed programs, and availability of classrooms. Mrs. Huffman provided an overview of anticipated enrollment, special education programs, and possible location of programs. Space for providing in-district special ed programs and services continue to present facility and location challenges for us. Mrs. Wilkie discussed the middle school student camp. She's developing a plan and a budget proposal to offer summer camp for students failing courses to prevent retention. We also discussed the grade 5 field trip. Our elementary schools are continuing plans for a 5th grade field trip, and all 4 of our schools have a trip planned to provide a variety of outdoor educational opportunities and experience for our 5th graders. Dr. Bangia discussed the Freedom to Read Act and provided a summary of the act. To sum up, someone with a vested interest who objects a library material, objects to library material must give a formal request for the removal process. The request must specify which parts of the material are objected to and the reason for the objection. Decisions must be made by a review committee convened by the district, and final decisions rest with the Board of Ed. The material that was challenged, regardless of the outcome, cannot be challenged again for removal for at least 1 year's time. Another topic was the robotics and our AUX gym. Facility space to run programs continues to be challenging. A new location for robotics must be determined in order to use the AUX gym for state-mandated phys ed classes. Another topic we discussed was summer camp. Our elementary principals are exploring a kindergarten orientation camp for several half days to take place in August. The purpose is to prepare students for learning and classroom routines. Parents and guardians would be responsible for providing transportation arrangements for their child if they attend. And we concluded with our technology report.
I just want to add that Dr. Regan just gave me some information that we're entered an agreement with CCM for sociology, US 1 honors, and English 4 honors starting next year. So it's a great starting
news.
point for us.
Awesome.
And I also just want to recognize Dr. Regan. She will be leaving us at the end of the month as Ms. McDermott returns from her leave. We are incredibly thankful for Dr. Regan's time in the district. You know, certainly she jumped right in and certainly was doing the work that was needed to be done in the absence of Ms. McDermott, and I can't thank her enough for her partnership and her hard work and continue the good work that was done before, and, we'll be forever thankful for her. Thank you.
Do we have any questions or comments from the board?
Real quick, Dr. Bangio, when will we know that robotics has an equitable spot?
We're in the process of reviewing it, so I've been working closely with the high school administration and the facilities to kind of determine what we're going to have to do.
Because I know their season's starting like tomorrow. And I just in
Well
the future, and I know you're aware of this, but in the future, these are things that I think would be better for all of us to, I hate to tell wrestling program or basketball program, they couldn't use the gym like a month before their season began. So
I certainly respect that.
thank you.
And have we found a new location then for robotics, or are they having to move in and out of the gym?
We're all hands on deck.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments?
Yes, I'd like to take a minute to thank Dr. Regan for all of her hard work in the dual enrollment. I know she's not going to be here after this month, I guess, she's done?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
A week.
So in a week, I won't see her again in Personnel Committee, but I think she's done a remarkable job in really pushing the dual enrollment forward. So please thank her for us.
Yes, please, I concur.
Any,
True find.
any questions or comments? Can I just add, maybe for the next conversation or interest of research, in the attendance loss of credit and the notifications that go out, some of them don't take into account, while I know that the state mandated to send out the notifications, they don't take into account some of the federal law under IEPs and 504s, adding to some of the anxiety and mental health of the students that already have a 504 due to them, as well as the tone of some of those notifications, and some of the staff isn't fully aware of all of those regulations either. So maybe we need to do a little bit more education around that with all of them. Anyone else?
Yes, I have one comment regarding is robotics, but also regarding the programs that are every year that we know and we have knowledge of that, like the drill, the challenger competition, the robotics, the FLL. So I think that I guess it is already included in the annual program of the school district. So it shouldn't take us for surprise that the organizations are requesting specific facilities or a place for them to practice even the drill or the challenger or robotics, FLL. And it should be a good practice to plan that in advance and not at the last minute trying to figure it out where those kids are going to have practice. And nevertheless, even to put on those coaches to find out where those practices are going to be. So I hope that the administration and building facilities are working on that and counted that for every year, because that happens every year. And the seasons runs the same date.
I agree.
Thank you.
I think our district is lucky that this is an issue, that we have so many programs, but the planning piece ahead of time for the space.
If I may just comment, almost every issue, I would say 90% of our issues are due to lack of space.
Yeah.
So I'd like everybody to keep that in mind, and why we really, when we go out for the referendum, hopefully next year, you need to keep this in mind, because we are trying real hard to keep every program running seamlessly, but it's getting very, very difficult.
Yeah, we're out of space.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention, but as well as gymnastics,
Exactly.
volleyball,
Yes.
wrestling,
I mean,
all those programs.
it's been a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, we have girls wrestling going up to an outside gym right now to practice because of the space, issue that we have.
And we're still doing great, which I'm so proud of everybody and the way everything moves. I just can imagine, I don't know if it would make a difference, but could we do better if we were stationary? Right?
And with that, okay, any other questions? Okay, we'll move on to our policy and governance. Ms. Melendez.
Okay. The policy committee met on December 8th, and all members were present, and Dr. Banja as well. The committee reviewed guidance issued by the New Jersey Department of Education on November 5th, 2025, addressing parental opt-out rights in response to the Supreme Court decision in Mahmoud versus Taylor. Also, the committee discussed new policies 3281 and 4281 regarding inappropriate staff conduct. Also, the committee review, bear with me, as always. The committee reviewed multiple regulations updates, including several related to the Freedom to Read Act and the new regulations 2530 regarding to resources, regulation 2535, library resources, 9130, complaints and grievances, 2430, co-curricular activities previously discussed at the October 6 policy meeting. The committee reviewed the new board member orientation packet as new members are upcoming in January also.
And those regulations and policies are going to be put on the board agenda at the end of January as a new policy committee is seated, and they have time because we have to have the 2 readings. We didn't want to do it with one committee, then stop and do it with another committee, so we're going to.
So the first readings will be for January? That also helps with the new board, too.
Yeah.
Anything else, Ms. Melendez?
No, that's it.
Any questions or comments from the board? No? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. I have board subcommittee and parent-teacher association liaison reports. Do I have anyone from the public? Nope, okay. Anyone from the board with liaison reports?
I do. Reporting on behalf of the Flanders PTA, the FPTA. Despite a week delay, we had a very successful Winter Light celebration with show choir performing, and Santa made an appearance at the event as well. We have a lot of exciting events coming in the new year, like the Boys and Girls Dances coming up, a Valentine's Day cookie event, After the Bell is returning, as well as Family Book Club, which are just a few of the events that are planned as of now.
Any comments or questions from the board? Nope. Okay, we will move on. I will save my comments to the end, so no report from me for now. And public comments on action items. Members of the community may comment on any action item prior to board discussion. Please state your name and address for the record. All comments must be respectfully presented. Abusive or obscene comments will not be tolerated. And the mic is open, and that's for action items. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I see none. We will close that out. And with that, we will move on to the approval of our action items. Dr. Giordano, I'm going to pick on you.
Thank you, Madam President. On recommendation of the superintendent, move action items 7.1 all the way down to 10.4.
Second.
Any questions or comments from the board? Nope. Okay. Seeing none, we will take a roll call.
Dr. Giordano?
Abstain on 8.14, the letter B. Yes to everything else.
Mrs. Aquino?
Yes.
Mrs. Fenton?
Yes.
Mrs. Figuera?
Yes.
Mrs. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mrs. Melendez?
Abstain in 8.6, anything related to Angela Sanchez, and yes to everything else.
Mrs. Narcisse?
I just want to say thank you to the Football Booster Club for their donation, and yes to everything.
Mr. Orzillo?
Yes. Especially 9.3. I like 9.3. What was 9.3? Should be mandatory.
We got everyone?
We're good.
Okay. With that, we will move to public comments. Students, parents, employees, and community members may comment on any item of interest pertaining to the Mount Olive School District. Please state your name and address for the record. All comments must be respectfully presented. Abusive or obscene comments will not be tolerated, and the mic is now open for public comment. Ah.
That's nice.
Martin Wellsmuller, 25 Woodcrest Avenue, Bud Lake, New Jersey. I wasn't going to make it here tonight, but my wife yelled at me and told me you got to go, and I had to bring flowers.
Oh, I thought she was going to say get out, but okay.
So I have to, I know you do. So I'm going to give the flowers. These are from my wife and our Wellsmuller family, to Lisa and Lisa.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you, Julia.
You know, I've been coming to a lot of board meetings over several years, and lately I've been dealing with some family problems with passing of a relative, so I haven't been here as much as I'd like to be, but I'm still a pain in the neck from people, as Summit knows, by emailing her, texting her, and all the other stuff to staff people. But I want to say that our Board of Ed now is probably in the best shape it's been in years. All right, and that is attributed to, obviously, to Lisa and the other board members. As you know, I've had issues with some board members in the past from their unethical behaviors and tasks, but I think now going forward, we're in a better place, and I'm hoping that it stays that way going forward. I'm very proud of where Mount Olive has come from and where it's going. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm in this town for a long time. My wife won't let me leave yet, but like I said, there's a lot to be said here. So I want to finish off with two things. One, thanking Lisa and Lisa for your time served on the board. You got us through some of the toughest times in Mount Olive over the past several years, and thank you for that. Number two, I also want to talk about something what Mary does, who's on town council, about giving back to students in the district. I don't know how we know, but the Mount Olive Middle School puts a list together where it allows people like myself to buy gifts for needy parents and children in need. I'd like to see that not just come just from the high school, from the middle school, but they bring that down to the elementary schools and to the high school. We adopted 3 kids, my family, and we spent a lot of money on them because we wanted to, but it was such a great time shopping. Me and my wife, we were out shopping, and we said, wow, this is so much fun buying for these kids. We got to buy them shoes, clothes. Our kids are older now. We don't really get that much. Now they just order it on Amazon and it gets delivered to the house. But there are obviously kids also in the high school and some elementary school, but it's mainly done for the middle school. And the middle school then puts it down, and if the kids happen to have kids in elementary school or high school, then they get mentioned. But there are also other kids that we're still missing who may not have the best holiday spirit or financial situation. So I'd like to find out if we can extend that great program that they've been doing here in the middle school forever, because I've been doing it for at least 10 years, helping Mary and them get the gifts, that we bring it up to the high school and bring it down to the elementary school so all the kids can get something for holidays. And the last thing I'd like to say, besides us buying gifts for the kids, we actually buy gifts for the parents too, because parents who may not have enough money to buy their children what they love to give them, but we go out and we buy them restaurant gift cards so they can bring their kids out to a nice dinner. And so I'd like to see that we can grow that. And I know the Mount Olive Soccer Club took like 50% of all the kids, which is absolutely amazing. And you know, we don't give credit to some of the other clubs outside, but they give back so much that people don't know. But like I said, a lot of families, I would have taken more. I called Mary, said, is there any kids that were missed? You need more? We would have given more. But I'd like to see if we can bring this up. Whatever the middle school's doing, they're doing it right. But see if we can bring it a little up to the high school and make sure that it goes down to the elementary school, because we had one kid from the middle school, 2 kids from elementary school, and I think we're just missing some kids that need a little love. And that's about all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think Ms. Bello probably is helpful for organizing that with the guidance counselors.
Yes, I need to inquire about this list because it's not something that we would issue.
Yeah. Anyone else from the public for public comment? Going once? Going twice? I think I spot Santa in the audience. Okay, I will close out public comment then. All right, old business. Members of the board may comment on any item or topic that was previously discussed by the board. Anyone?
Madam President, I don't know if this is old business or new business, but I'll probably grab old
it's gonna
business.
be combined.
Dr. Banji, just a thought, that letter you sent to the board from the mayor that I know he sent to everyone with Aldersgate and that struggle with the smell at
Yeah, with the DEP.
the sewage plant. Is there anything we can do to help the township from the DOE standpoint with our students having, I think I brought this up before, but there's got to be something we can help the help the township? I know the township's and the mayor's doing everything they can
So we
legally.
did-
Is there something we can do to be a little heavy?
We pursued every legal course we had,
Okay.
and Mr. Gepper can probably speak to it more than I can, but last
Okay.
year we did work with one of the attorneys at the firm who has a specialty in environmental law, and we ran this down left and right, up and down, and as Mayor pointed out into the letter, since it is a private facility, there's not so much we can do, and our hands are kind of tied. So we did pursue legal action last year and wrote letters,
Right.
reached out to EPA with our contacts, but just like the township, we came to dead ends.
Can we go to like the press or something? I mean, it's just our kids and our staff are in this building inhaling it, and they don't even live in this part.
Yeah.
They may not live there. I'm just trying to see to help the township out a little bit. If we can just piggyback on them to try to get the ball rolling a little bit more to at least embarrass the owners of that sewage plant. I mean, it's just horrible.
We can certainly pursue something from a public standpoint, Mr. Geppert.
I did
I'll
have a
Bill Sullivan
conversation.
reach out further,
Okay.
on that with the state. There is litigation that the township
Right,
is
absolutely.
instituted, so
Yeah.
it is in court.
Mhm.
So we're trying to move forward with that.
Okay.
I think,
Oh, sure. Yeah, I was going to say, I'll have Bill Sullivan follow up again from our firm. He talked to the Department of Environmental Protection. There is a pending private litigation from the township against the entity there.
Right.
So they are pushing
So
it.
maybe we
in
can
court.
piggyback on that or do something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from that
absolutely.
standpoint.
No, we'll continue.
Or
to
even
push
add
on that,
our
too.
We did add a
letters
statement
to.
to it.
I
We
think
did.
what's really important for us and the public to know is the mayor said that the more letters the EPA gets,
Right, the better off we'll
the
be.
better
Yeah,
off we are.
I
I
agree.
will say on a personal note, as you know, I'm married to wastewater treatment equipment salesman. I had a big concern. So, not that it's right. However, the smell we smell is not what makes you sick. I mean, it could physically make, but like you're not going to get bacteria unless you're actually in it. So, but no, seriously though, because that was a concern of mine.
It's
Like,
it's
you know.
it's a concern of everybody's.
But I mean, it's mentally anguishing
Right, yeah,
to
absolutely,
live like
yeah.
that. But as far as like bacteria, inhaling bacteria that far away, it should not be a problem.
Yeah,
So,
but
because that was a worry of mine.
I think some of the odor produces headaches for some individuals.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
and it's freezing cold out right now, and
You can still smell it.
you drive by, and
It's disgusting.
Crazy.
the running joke is hold your breath as you drive by, and it's 16 degrees
But
out.
whatever
in the
we can do
morning.
to help.
And honestly,
piggyback on the
as
township.
a student, especially like some that don't have the best concentration, that definitely does not help
Right.
a learning
it's gotta
environment. So.
And I can share with you, Dr. Giordano, our efforts last year that we documented as a
Right.
board, as our outreach to the EPA as well as our legal
Yeah.
course.
I was just because I know the township is doing the best they can. If we can just
Yeah.
help them in anything, any way
And we did,
possible.
yeah. So
Yeah.
It's like Ms. Fenton said, the more letters EPA gets from our township and people in town, maybe the other governmental agency in town,
I'll write another letter.
and I mean, there's anything that the DOE that can help us too with the EPA. I know it's the DOE's the lesser of everyone down there, but
We worked
it's
every
got to be
angle last
something. I
year.
mean, there's a new governor coming in. There's going to be a new commissioner of education. Who knows? I mean, there's
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Anyone else? I think that's a combo of new business. Do we have any new business as well?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. No new business? All right, I'll move on to members of the board. May comment on any items of interest pertaining to the Mount Olive School District. So we have board and administrative comments. Dr. Giordano, I'll start with you on that.
Thank you, Madam President. I would just like to thank you and Ms. Fenton for the past, I believe, 4 years for both of you, because I believe you both got on. I know Ms. Fenton was almost a full year, and I believe you were about 3-4 months, I think, before. I'm not sure exactly. But for those 3 years, we may not always have agreed, but I've always respected you, both of you. And I know we've butted heads over several things, but I never lost that friendship that we always had before any of us were on the board, or at least when you got on the board with me, I'd been on the board already. And I just want to say, whether I agreed with things you were saying or the way we were going to implement. I never believed or never thought that your decisions weren't based upon what you thought and felt was best for our students at Mount Olive. So I'd like to thank you. I'm proud to have said I was at your first campaign at Jersey Girl when we kicked it off, when the three of you ran with Mr. Sacco. And hopefully you guys stay involved, and I would love that, especially as we push forward the referendum. So thank you for your service.
Thank you. Ms. Fitzgerald.
Yes, to Lisa and Lisa. One of my favorite quotes is, "There's no limit to the good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit." That is the best summation of this job. And so I thank you so much for all of the good that you did that this district saw, but even more so for all of the good that you did that nobody will ever know about. Because that is a lot of what we do, and it's not all glamorous additions and all sorts of things that are nice and forward-facing, but so much of this work is behind the scenes, and you guys have given so much time and so many years, and we are very appreciative, so thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Melendez.
Well, Lisa and Lisa. What a duel. Thank you so much for your service and your relentless effort. Because, like she said, it's a lot of work what every one of us does behind the scenes, but those two seats are even more because everything is funnel on those two seats. And you have been present all the time, and discussions, good discussions, right? And deep discussions and reasoning and analysis and hours of meeting and reaching out. So I really appreciate all your effort. I'm going to miss our conversations. So I hope that if we see each other, like you beep that day in the Jeep, putting the campaign sign and all that. So keep it up, and thank you so much because your dedication was sincere, and it helped us to get today where we are today. So see you around, and Merry Christmas. And I need one more comment. FLL competition, state competition was this past weekend and was a success. I volunteer, and it's fantastic seeing all those teams and those little brains going out, and our students judging the competition. So, Manuel, it was giving me goosebumps having our juniors and sophomore and alumni coming back, and they being the judges on those state competition, which help them a lot in the future and for keep forming them in future professionals, well-rounded.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Aquino, you're up.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Say ditto.
What happened to ditto?
Ditto. No, really. I mean, everything was already said. I just want to thank the both of you. I don't know who's going to sit here next to me.
Oh, no.
But this is the coveted seat. I'm going to miss you.
Is that accurate?
No, it's not, but it is when it's. No.
Don't you see them on mute, like whisper?
It's been years that we've been here. But thank you. Thanks to the both of you.
I'll skip over you and leave you at the last. Okay. Well, Mr. Orzillo?
I'm going to ditto what everybody else said, but also thank the both of you for taking me under your wings and teaching me some stuff. And I wish you the best. It's been an honor. Thank you.
Ms. Figueroa?
Thank you both for all of your help and guidance over the years. I mean, a lot has been said already, and like was mentioned, others may not know all of the time and dedication and behind-the-scenes work, but we know, and we recognize it. You guys will sorely be missed, but know that your mark has been made, and those are two pretty big seats that we have to fill that you're sitting in right now. But also thank you for your friendship that's developed over the years because of this.
Thank you.
Can I say something before you?
Oh, okay.
Too?
We'll allow it.
Dr. Fangia. Well, certainly I don't want to, restate the sentiments of the rest of the board, but, what I would like to say that my transition into this role was unique, and certainly both you, Lisa and Lisa squared, were there at every step of the way, and I can't thank you enough for your unwavering support, not only for myself, but certainly for the rest of the district. And that's one of the things I think we're going to so miss about you, that your focus was always on the students, you're always available, and our conversations, the hard work, as Lauren pointed out, the unseen work that goes on day in and day out, thank you for your leadership. We would truly be missed.
Thank you. Okay, should I circle back around? Wait, Ms. Schroning, did you actually want to say something? I see her biting her tongue, and she normally doesn't want to speak.
I just wanted to thank you both. You've always been very supportive and understanding and always willing to listen to explanations for things that we wanted to do and why, and I just really appreciate your support.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to give you it, Ms. Fenton. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'm not a huge public speaker, but I wanted to say a couple things. First of all, I wanted to thank you all as the board and administration, because I do believe in everything you said about us, because it's the same about you. We have always been able to agree to disagree. We have always been able to have the hard conversations. We've always been able to support each other. And I think that is like something that is invaluable in this position. And I really am very grateful to have served with you all doing this, because it really makes it worthwhile. And the amount of time that we do spend, I can say it was worth it. And it's because of everybody here is what makes it worth it. So thank you. And I just want to say it's been an honor. I've almost been here 5 years, Anthony. It was 4.5 years. Yes, I came on midterm, so I did 1.5 years. But who's counting? But I just want to thank everybody, administration, parents, everybody for trusting, being able to communicate with us, because that's so important, and the dedicated time and effort that, everybody puts in. I also want to wish Mrs. Brett and Mr. Petrie well wishes on their upcoming term. I do really believe they're going to be a great fit, because I do believe they can also do the things that we have been doing and just carry on. But honestly, I'm going to really miss you guys, so I might be sitting in those seats once in a while just to make faces at you or something. But thank you guys. I really am very humbled by being honored to be picked and voted on and work with you guys, so thank you.
Okay, I wrote my thoughts down because I'll ramble.
I wrote them down and I lost them because it's been one of those days.
And I promised Dr. Giordano it was not more than 1.5 pages. I promise. Okay. So as I sit here tonight, I'm filled with absolute gratitude, pride, and a touch of disbelief that it's my last meeting and that this time's coming to an end. Serving on this board for almost 4 years. It was 3 years, 10 months. It's been one of the most meaningful and yet challenging experiences of my life. When I first joined the board, as well as we all do, I thought I understood the role involved in this, and I quickly learned that public education is not just about policies, budgets, or meetings that run longer than anyone expects 2-hour finance meetings. It's about the people, all of you. It's about the students who walk into our buildings each day with hope and potential. It's about the educators who show up with dedication and heart. And it's about our community, all of you that deeply care about what goes on in these schools. And to my fellow board members, past and present, that have sat here, I want to thank you all for your commitment, your integrity, and your willingness to engage in thoughtful, sometimes difficult conversations. While again, we don't always see eye to eye, we always share a common goal, and that's what's doing best for these students. And I'm really proud of the work we've accomplished together. And then to Dr. Bangia, Ms. Schoening, and the administrative team, your leadership, your professionalism, your steady guidance made this role not only manageable, but really rewarding. Your expertise and tireless efforts behind the scenes often go unnoticed, but they are essential to make everything that makes this district run. To our teachers and our staff, you're the heartbeat of our schools. Your impact extends far beyond academics. You shape, nurture confidence, character, and futures. And I thank you for your resilience, your creativity, and your unwavering belief in our students. And to the parents and community members, thank you for holding us accountable, for advocating passionately and partnering with us. A strong school doesn't exist without an engaged community, and this district definitely is proof of that. While I step away from this role, I do so in confidence in the future of our district. The leadership is not about one person, it's about the continuity and the collaboration and the shared purpose. And I know this board will continue to move forward with those values at the center of its work, that our students are at the center. And I finally want to thank my family for, trust me, their patience, their support. Board service is a volunteer role, but the time commitment is very, very real. Thank you for understanding my late nights, the tough conversations, the secrets I have to keep, and the endless hours spent preparing for meetings, endless phone calls. It's been an honor to serve as part of this board, and I leave this position grateful for the opportunity I've had. I'm proud to have served, and I'm forever committed to Mount Olive School District, and I'm sure you'll see me on the other side of that podium or in some other role serving our kids. Thank you. With that, I'll say for the last time, I will take a motion to adjourn our meeting. All those in favor? Aye. All right, we are done. We are closed. Thank you.